Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. We're going back into our third hour of Once Upon a Game, where we're playing a super fun, super cool game called Microscope. And we're playing a variation of it called Microscope Echo that deals with people actually time traveling back and forth to do stuff. Which is something you normally can't do in Microscope. So it's been a lot of fun, and we've been doing a sort of like kung fu movie style action game where we have the ebony fist and the black hand dueling for the upper hand for their final epic showdown duel. So their philosophy can be the only one that remains. We're having sort of a kung fu Thunderdome of scenario. So, with that out of the way, it finally comes to me to make the next focus, and the focus that I am going to choose will be I think I want to do something more modern, and I'm going to choose. Actually, no, I'm gonna go magic. I'm gonna do magic as my focus. I want a kind of a broader one,
Okay.
and I want to go and create. I'm going to create a period of time before Time of the Hidden Fist. And it is going to be called I need a good name for mysticism.
Uh,
Um,
Uh,
what kind of mysticism are you looking for?
I'm gonna go with petals and metals. Um, um, I don't know why the font changed again. God, God dang it.
Gosh darn it.
um, Yuri's legacy. Um, Whatever happens after Lamentations of the Cherry Blossoms. So this is preceding Lamentations, and basically the legacy of Lamentations of the Cherry Blossoms um, returns magic to the world stronger than ever. And an event that I'm going to have in Petals and Metals is uh, the White Khans invade the ancient lands of the Black Hand and Ebony Fist. And this is dark. Basically, it's some sort of like Hun or like, Mongolian invasion kind of style thing where like barbarians come
yeah.
led by strange magic that they're using things that's called that's like a lot of like themes of using white and like light and blindness in a
Hmm.
way instead of darkness are invading their land. It's sort of like a horde. I would say the White Khan's horde, war horde, invade the ancient lands of the Black Hand and the Ebony Fist, and this is a time of darkness.
Cool.
So that is my, yeah. Okay.
Cool. So does that go to me or does that go to Adam?
Oh, sorry. No, it goes to you, Sam.
Okay. Okay. So I think I want to create an event after the White Khan's horde invades,
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
and I want that to be um, Hatsumi the Wall holds the horde at uh, something pass. Let's see. The
I don't know, like Kung Shao, Manchu.
the Wushin Pass.
Yeah, Wushin Pass. Is that light or dark? Sam, light or dark?
Light.
Awesome.
Cool.
We have a lot of dark eras with the light events.
Okay. Um,
Mhm.
Goes to Adam.
Yeah. Yes. So I think I'm going to do an event between the two under between the two under Lamentations, where the four winds pierce the spirit veil to gain the power to defeat Yuri.
So this is before the confrontation.
Yeah, before the confrontation and after they assemble.
The four winds. What do they do again?
They pierce the spirit veil.
Pierce the spirit veil. To gather power.
Yeah, to gather the power they need to defeat Yuri.
Yuri.
Cool.
Light or dark?
Dark.
Awesome. That's really
Sweet.
good. Okay. It comes back to me. I'm going to have I'm going to have a I think I'm gonna have an intervention.
Ooh.
I'm going to have the intervention in the time of the Hidden Fist. And we're going to have I want to basically have, instead of the Black Hand controlling the drug markets, actually I guess that stays there. I just build this on top of it.
Okay.
Come on. There we go. I'm gonna put this on top. And this will be the Ebony Fist controls the drug markets of the future.
Cool.
Well, actually, it's going to be a magical drug that I'm going to describe in a second.
Oh, so they the Black Hand has all this regular drugs, and then the Ebony Fist comes in with this magic drug that just like wipes everything out.
Basically.
Sweet.
Kyoto drug markets with a magical drug. Caps lock.
I mean, you know what they say. Once you start doing magical drugs, the normal variety, it's just like
Yep.
you can't go back. You can't go back.
It's called Red Flowers.
Oh, that's cool.
Get it? something to do with Yuri and the peace treaty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that makes an echo. And the echo, I guess, will go. I think they'll go in the final showdown, I guess, because that's kind of the only place they will go. I would create a new event under the final showdown. Oh, this is dark, by the way. Is it showing dark for you guys?
Not yet.
Mm-mm.
I can't adjust the style. What the hell? So this one does, but not this one.
Alarin. Its users turn red and white and gain the power to throw fireballs.
I'm going to recreate it. Sorry about this. Apparently this one won't let me edit the color, so. Strange technical glitches. Glitches ain't shit. Oh god. 2.
Cool.
Sorry about that. And then
All good.
2. And this would be the Ebony Fist. Using the red flower drugs. Summon the Ebony Fist. I need a better name than Ebony Fist Avatar. The Ebon Crusader.
Ebony Crusader. Nice. Oh, Ebony Crusader.
Cool.
I think it's Ebon. I think Ebony is the
Yeah, I like
stone,
that.
and then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That ends that part for us.
Yep.
Now we
Awesome.
look at the person to the left of me, which is be Adam.
Mm-hmm.
So Adam, you get to update a name of a period that was changed. You can revise a period description to match the changes if we need to. Otherwise, we can just continue on.
Yeah, I don't think anything really has changed too much.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Following of which, then, we have the judgment. We vote if a faction has achieved its goal, which we have, but we can. I think so. I think we would vote that Ebony Fist won, but we keep playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this regard. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Because normally you would vote here with like fingers and say whether or not history has just been completely unraveled or if one of the factions has won. But I think we agree then that the second faction would win. But I think at this point we briefly described what the future is like, that the Ebony Fist have won the showdown. What would happen with the Ebony Fist winning in their sort of timeline?
I was thinking we could maybe bring in something to do with like the red flower. Like they've like basically just got like the whole city or like the whole like area of their control is like fully addicted to this stuff.
Yeah, they basically like run the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you guys want to help get more specific, that was just
No, I'm fine with that. I'm more interested in the other shit than the end goal, anyways. So.
I think so. I think maybe like the Ebony Fist almost becomes like a behind the scenes world controlling Illuminati kind of thing.
Yeah, that seems right. Yeah,
with Ebon Crusader like being the guy pulling the strings, and then he just sends his agents out to do all the stuff that they need done and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Ebon Crusader, like maybe like obviously he can change his form, but at some point he was the giant weird Oni demon that like destroyed stuff or whatever. But then he becomes like super professional guy in a, basically like guy in a suit that like
definitely
his eyes always had like that weird like red smokiness to him or whatever, and like
for sure cool
demon Godfather,
love it. Illuminati. God. Well, if I had a porn domain, that's what I would get. That's awesome. Okay, Illuminati. Okay, anyways, now we go back to Sam. Sam, you are now the focus again.
Okay. Oh man. Let's see. I want our focus to be like Martial Showdown. I don't think we've had enough true like one-on-one combat in this martial arts game.
I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Yep. Okay.
Okay. So the event I want to have. Let's see here.
I take care, Tice.
All right, I think I want to actually do an intervention.
Okay, sure.
And the intervention I want to do is change the Four Winds confront Yuri's spirit dragon to just be Yuri's spirit dragon shatters the Four Winds.
Ooh. Damn. Is that light or dark?
Dark.
Yuri's spirit shatters the Four Winds. Cool. And what's an echo of that?
That's like what I was trying to think. So we have the Ebony Fist winning right now, but I think that Yuri feels like the Ebony Fist has betrayed him. So I think the echo is that Yuri's spirit aids the White Khan invasion.
Oh.
Oh my god. That's pretty good. Sir, that's pretty good.
Trying to keep things. I shouldn't be surprised because I made him the focus, but Yuri is becoming a real important part of this game.
Yeah. That's what happens when you make someone a focus. Yeah. No, making people a focus is actually one of Ben Robbins' favorite things to do.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, you get a much more personal story when you do this kind of stuff. Yuri's spirit fuels the White Khan invasions. Okay. And that is that 3? Yeah. Just want to make sure I'm keeping track. Okay. Contradictions from this?
So the biggest contradiction I can think of would be if this White Khan invasion is now successful it would be hard for the Ebony Fist to gain control of the Kyoto drug market.
Yeah, I could see that.
So was that the Black Hand going back in time to make sure Yuri succeeds, or that Yuri?
Yeah,
won,
who went
or?
back? Who went back in time to make sure the spirit shatters? Is that the Black Hand?
I think the Black Hand does it, but they don't really. They think that Yuri is now going to join them, and he then just doesn't, because they also betrayed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all he wanted was to bring these two groups together, fix the schism. They'd betrayed him, poison him, kill him. So he's just like, screw all of you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think if this affects the petals and metals though, because like
it might.
Yuri's death doesn't return magic to the world. Instead, it's like a more like metal hardcore version of what the White Khan. Are they still called the White Khans? Because of Yuri?
I guess if Yuri is leading them, the name might change to fit that better. Like,
yeah, I think this is in conflict
the Shaded
now.
Disciples or something.
Sure. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm wondering, maybe it's like something to do with like Yuri is able, after he wins, he's able to manifest more fully into the world, and so instead of releasing magic into the world, he starts like sucking magic out of the world, kind of thing. Would that work?
Yeah, man. I mean, there's no like that sounds fine. Like, yeah, we haven't really talked about magic in a way, so that's awesome. Okay, so Yuri's spirit fuels the Shaded Disciples invasion. That is the ramification of Yuri, of the Black Hand going back in time and having the Four Winds lose to Yuri's spirit. But that does violate petals and metals, because the magic does not return to the world in the way that I anticipated it, which is fine, right? What that means though is that we can't create events or scenes until in petals and metals until we correct it. So I marked that petals and metals is red, indicating that it has a contradiction token on it.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I see like Yuri as like no longer being a person, just like actually like a black spirit, like shadowy dragon.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So the mechanical impact of having a contradictory place is that you can't have scenes in contradicted events.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe this isn't a contradiction. It's just a new interpretation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it as is, because the legacy of it is now just that like Yuri has like dark magic, right?
Right.
It's like dark magic is like super prevalent everywhere.
Yeah, I like that.
Now this feels almost like Eastern swords and sorcery, right? Which I'm totally cool with. I'm digging it. Okay. So after that, it goes to Adam.
Oh man.
Martial showdowns.
Oh no. Oh man, there's so many things. What just happened? There's so many implications, and I'm trying to figure out which one to look at.
Yeah, I feel like that's like sort of an innate thing about this is like the bigger we build the world and the more we tinker with the timeline, the like, it's like pulling out pieces in a Jenga tower.
Yeah, no, it totally is. That's a really good analogy.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'd actually like to see the scene where Yuri betrays his father. And then the question is how does his father forgive him?
Is this an all play scene or?
Yeah, totally.
So that means I get to pick character first, or since I'm still the focus, it still goes to someone else first.
Yeah, I think would it be Sam, Eric, me?
Yeah.
For the okay.
Yep. What happens is we go in. Yeah, we go in reverse order. So the person who makes the scene is always the person who goes last, but we go in the opposite direction. So it would be no, it would be me, Sam, Adam.
Oh, we need required and banned though.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So does he forgive him?
Where does this take place?
So take place. In their at the the Temple of the Lotus.
Cool. Require band characters.
I guess required would be Yuri and his father. And then I'm not going to ban anybody.
Okay. Seems reasonable. So it starts with me, then. Oh no! It starts with Sam. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because it goes the opposite direction. So Sam. So counterclockwise, basically, or top to bottom. Top. I don't know. Going up. The up is the direction that we want to go in the list. So.
Okay. I would like to be Yuri's father, Tetsuo. General Tetsuo. Something.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to play a sort of like an abstract character, which is called Time, in the game, and I'm going to play the ensuing battle surrounding Yuri and Yuri's father.
Oh, cool.
It's like the pitch of the battle.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Then that would make me Yuri.
Yeah. Oh, I'm putting that under the answer. Oops. And then Yuri. Okay, and now we go over and we say what our characters are thinking. Starting with Adam, or excuse me, with Sam.
So Tetsuo is thinking, finally my son has returned. Now we can smash these blasted black hands.
Yeah. I think the battle is sort of like, it's tenebrous for the ebony, for the ebony fist. I think the black hand are winning right now. But like it's like a very, very heated battle right now.
Mm-hmm.
With like hundreds or thousands of people just kung fuing it up like all around. And I imagine there's like a center kind of like 10-foot diameter little like pocket of just father, like Yuri and Yuri's father.
Yeah.
Right.
You could say, Eric, that everybody was kung fu fighting.
Yes. They were fast as lightning. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
I think it's a little bit frightening.
It is a little. We went 2.5 hours without making that joke.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
pretty good.
We did it. Okay.
All right. So and then Yuri is thinking to do what he has to do to get what he wants, to unite, to win the fight and unite, he's going to kill his father, like no matter what. Like he's going to walk into the temple and walk out alone.
Ooh. Okay. So, like, we're, like, fighting up the steps of the monastery? Is that what we're doing? Is that, like, kind of what it looks like?
Yeah.
Or are we in, like, a giant battlefield? Or is, like, is the battle happening at the bottom, and then we see, like, Yuri, or, like, do we actually see, like, Yuri and Yuri's father, like, going, like, on the stairs or something?
Yeah, I guess I'm not sure how we, is the temple, like, a full-on temple, or is, like, the ruins of the temple, like, because of the battle?
Can I make a suggestion?
It's totally up to you, man. Yeah, go ahead. What's the suggestion?
I was thinking, like, it could be that there's, like, this pitched battle going around the temple, and, like, inside, like, Yuri, like, walks in on, like, Tetsuo, like, fighting some Black Hand leader.
Uh-huh.
If that, I mean, it's up to you, though.
Yeah, I like that. Cool. Yeah, so like it's the temple's still like intact, and it's like maybe it's like seen the battle a little bit. So like there was like some like there's a couple like there was a little fire that took out like some like part of the garden and whatever, and like there's scorch marks on the temple, but it's still like intact, and the battle's raging around it. And then we go up the mountainous stairs to the actual building.
Sure.
And then the scene like opens with Yuri like kicking in the doors to the temple, and so they like the
double doors,
open.
fly open.
They smack open, hit the walls, and then inside, like Tetsuo's like probably I don't know if like, maybe like just finishing the battle or like defeating or fighting off like one of the Black Hand guys.
I'm thinking like you walk in as like we see like Tetsuo do some sort of like jumping like spinning kick that the guy is like blocking.
Yeah.
And
he blocks it, and he like with the block of the force, he is standing posed, but like he like slides like across the wall, or like across the floor, and like kicks up all this dust, and like knocks over a pillar, and like totally.
So then they like
your kung fu is strong. I'll play that guy because I mean he's part of the battle.
Okay.
They like turn and face Yuri, and he'll say, "Yuri, thank Eben, my son. Help me, we must destroy these invaders."
Oh, we will.
Yes,
Father.
Yuri. I say.
We will, Father. And Yuri like leaps up, like to like a banister or something in the top of the temple. Like leaps up there and then like dives down with like a kick to the Black Hand guy.
Bro, sure. I like fly into like a wall and like like. You don't see me. Like I like get thrown through the wall into like some vacuous space. I'm done.
Yeah, and then Tetsuo like barks out a laugh and goes, "Yes, just as I taught you, my son." And he'll like reach out like to do like the like soldier clasp, and he'll be like, "Come, we must rally the forces."
All right, yeah. So he goes to do the clasp, but instead he like his hands going up, but like as it's going up, it just like suddenly like hits forward and like palm right to his face.
Yeah. So Tetsuo like goes like flying backwards and like clatters into like a weapons rack or something, even though no one uses weapons.
I think at that moment there's like loud like thunder outside and like things are like shaking a little bit. There's like dust falling. Yeah, because there's this huge epic like
Yeah, so
the music changes from the action to like like the Lord of the Rings, like when it's like just like the children singing, when it's like like that like highlighted moment when like everything's starting to like slow down a little bit and like you realize so continue.
Yeah. So like the music like fades as we like pan back into the fight. Like we were like saw the shots of the battle. Yeah. And then like Tetsuo like stands up and like looks at his son and says, "Yuri, what are you doing?"
You haven't seen what I've seen, Father. You have to. Only one of us is leaving the temple today.
He looks at you and he'll say, "I always thought that you would never abandon your weak ideals. The clans will never be united again. And I will teach you that with my fist."
Yes.
So they start fighting, but continue the conversation as they're like.
Exactly.
My ideals are what give me strength. and then whoosh, and he like turns and does like a kick.
Yeah.
And then like knocks you like to the side a little bit, but then right up, and they keep like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah. Awesome.
He'll say, "Your ideals are nothing, and I will show you. I can feel the weakness of your ideals through your kung fu." And then he'll like leap backwards, and you'll see like basically like a swell as like he prepares to do like some sort of like magic like chi attack.
Yeah. Hadouken.
Hadouken.
And he pulls back his hands and just like claps, and you see like this shockwave like reverberate.
Oh
out.
yeah, totally. Yeah, like
Right,
the sonic blast of like dust and stuff like ripples to Yuri. Yeah.
Yeah, just like
a thunderclap
goes forward. Yeah, and then so yeah, Yuri like flips back and hides behind like a pew or something, and like lets the pew like take the brunt of the blast, and then he pulls his hand back, and like this like dark shadowy energy starts to form in his fist, and he punches the bench, and the bench just goes like flying towards Tetsuo.
Awesome.
Yeah. So Tetsuo like jumps up and he's like, ebony knife kick, and like kicks out, and it like just like shatters the bench like splits in half, but like does that like anime thing where it's like it splits before he like actually like hits it with his leg.
Yeah.
And then he like lands on the ground and does like the the Neo.
Yeah.
One of those.
All right, so yeah, I think this is where Yuri is going to like begin the whatever the preparations are to use the technique, the skull shattering fist. And so yeah, he starts like walking up, in his hand like he starts cracking his knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess no, there's no like hand signs or anything. That would be too ninja-y. This is more just straight kung fu. So yeah, he's walking up, and then so he starts walking, and then he does like the jump, and then like disappears, and then like it reappears right above him, and like comes down, and like we see we see like a black dragon coming out of his hand, like going in like coming out of his hand, going back, and then like he like punches down right into like his face, like like this like right into his forehead, and like it like shatters the skull shattering fist shatters his skull.
Yeah, I think maybe we see like that like scene where like Tetsuo's like laughing and like enjoying the combat, and then like there's like that momentary like panic look, and then it's just
so the answer is no. He does not forget.
Not at all.
No.
Mm-hmm. I assumed it would be no, but I just want to see how it might play out.
Light or dark?
Dark?
I don't know. Betrayal always feels dark.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like I guess it's
light. It's
light for Yuri, but
yeah, I mean, it's up to us, right? Like,
well, here's the thing.
What do you want to think?
Yeah. Here's the thing: is I almost think it could be light, because it's not even that his like father forgives him, but the way that like Yuri's father would feel, I think, is that like he like finally got Yuri to come around to his type of thinking. It's like, if you want something, you take it by force, kind of thing. It's like he doesn't want you to like go make peace with the Black Hand. He wants his son to be the most powerful fist possible and smash the Black Hand.
Okay, so it is light.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. I think it comes to me then. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to make an event. Wait, so something we might have to back up a second. Would Yuri's spirit, with the white con stuff, does that stop the Hasumi wall holds the horde? Is that violated?
I think yes. I think that like instead of having
it's
like
contradictory.
Well, the way I had always seen that event was sort of Spartans at Thermopylae kind of deal.
Totally.
Yeah. So, but maybe instead it's like he's holding this pass, and then like Yuri the dragon comes and just levels the fucking pass.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think they're able to hold it with Yuri's power here, which is why I'm making an event afterwards. Which is Um, Koji's spirit uh, f- fights the shaded disciple on top of Mount Yakugi. Leveling the mountain.
Awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's right. Is that the right level? Is it? It's not AL for when you're. I would say raising the mountain, because that's really what I mean. Falling it.
Oh man, that's so perfect because then it comes full circle. Like Koji has to like defeat your. Oh man.
Yeah. I don't have an answer to it, but I'm gonna say it's light because it seems awesome. So, cool. Now it goes back to Sam.
Okay.
And you have the double tap ability.
Yeah. So I think I might have to intervene again
Yep.
Okay.
and change it from the shaded disciple to the shaded dragon. So just make it directly that Koji fights Yuri. But I don't know if that counts as enough.
I thought he was already kind of like a shaded dragon.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Yeah. So I just wanted to clarify what you meant with that. All right. Let me think for a second here. Sorry.
Your beliefs are weak, and I can tell from your kung fu. It's so good. It's so good, man.
God, I'm having trouble. Like I said, it's like so much harder to pick the block that I want to pull out now.
Okay. Well,
Let's see. I want to do a scene,
okay.
and what I want to see is I want to see the battle between the Four Winds and Yuri
Cool.
Dragon.
So is this under Yuri Spirit Shatters the Four Winds?
Correct.
Okay.
Um,
All play scene or?
yes, all play scene. The question I want is how do the Four Winds weaken Yuri? Like what scar do the Four Winds give him? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a way better question.
Cool.
What scar do the Four Winds?
Yeah. Basically, why was this fight not exactly how Yuri wanted it to go down?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Where does the scene take place?
The scene takes place beyond the Spirit Veil, in the court of the Celestial King.
Oh, damn, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Required or banned characters?
So required. Can the Four Winds be one character altogether?
They could be.
Okay, at least one of the Four Winds.
Yeah. Okay.
And Yuri are required. And then no one's banned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you're making this thing, we go up, so I get to choose first. I have to ask Adam. How do you feel if I play all Four Winds? 'Cause I have an idea. I have an idea that I want to do.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, I know what I want to be. I'll be then. This because this answers the question in the same way that I want to. I'm Koji. In the court of the Celestial King.
Okay, cool.
I know you're supposed to avoid immortal characters and all that, but like it makes sense if we're fighting in the Spirit Veil that I'm playing a character
totally.
who's dead, right?
So. Okay. Yeah, so all right, I will play. Oh man. All right, I'll take Yuri.
Yeah, that's a good choice. The dragon. Okay, then I will be let's go with Matsuo the West Wind.
Cool.
Okay. What I'm thinking is, I'm thinking that as Koji, I am extremely disappointed in Yuri. That his power, he wields great power, but doesn't know how to use it effectively. Because he rushed through his training. I think if the Four Winds free me from the Spirit Veil, I can best fight alongside them against Yuri.
Cool.
That's what I'm thinking.
So I guess tell me if this isn't kosher, but I think Yuri knows how this battle was supposed to go, but now with the help of the Black Hand, he knows he's going to win.
Ooh. No, that's good.
Cool.
I was sort of thinking that Matsuo is like desperate and willing to sacrifice himself kind of thing. I was sort of thinking like we could maybe start the scene and Matsuo is the last of the winds left alive.
Okay.
So I think I was sort of thinking instead of like a true like thought, he's more like desperate feelings where it's just like willing to do anything to stop Yuri.
Yeah. Okay. I think like in the battle and in the moment where like almost all feels lost to what's his name, Matsuo. To Matsuo, I think the voice of Koji enters his brain and is like, my child, I can help. I can do battle against the Shade Dragon. I know him well, for I was the one who trained him.
Mm-hmm.
But how, great sage? So I think maybe like when we're seeing this, basically like we see like Matsuo just like after he's already been like attacked, so he's just like super messed up.
Oh yeah, totally.
So Yuri's like doing like because Yuri's totally like the long he's like Shenlong basically totally. The long like Eastern looking dragon. So he's like doing this like curly flying thing in the sky. And like this like dark gray like spirity sky and stuff, and he's like shooting off like black fireballs everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I would be in the court of the Celestial King. I don't know. I need help. Where would I be?
So I guess
where would I be that needs rescuing, or do I just like show up?
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, please. I'm reaching out. Mm-hmm. I need.
What if it's something like Matsuo needs to like channel and like become the aspect of Koji?
Oh, like he wears me like armor?
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. He's like, Matsuo, how do I want to phrase this? I am already here. I am in your heart because your heart is pure. And he's like, steel yourself. Think of strong kung fu, and you will wear my training like armor. I will help you do battle against Yori.
Yeah, so like I think we like see like we see that like flashback scene, and we like see like the scenes of like Matsuo like training and like learning like the forms, and then he like closes his eyes, and like we see the we see like Matsuo like stand like taller and straighter, and then we see like Koji's like spirit form like floating up like above
with him like standing all proud and like windy, so like his beard's like moving around
exactly,
and like we hear like the same musical reprise as like we heard like at the very start of the entire like movie of our history where he's like meditating on the waterfall. Right.
And then
like when that happens, like Yuri like looks and then like lets out this huge like roar that like it you're just like hearing in your ears. It like shakes your core.
Yeah.
And then he like comes down and like is like floating like right in front of Matsuo. And like turns his head.
Matsuo will look at him and he'll say, and I think like maybe like the voices are like synced.
So you sound like a StarCraft Protoss character.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And,
Totally.
And he'll say, Yuri, though I don't know you, I can see that you were once a man. Let me test your kung fu, and I will show you that it is weak.
That you will find it's lacking.
Yeah, so like he gives like this like that deep like a hot laugh like
the haughty belly laugh that dragons do. For sure.
And then just like why do you bother with this mortal when you know it is that we who are the ones who will be truly fighting?
I think this would be
and he's like speaking to Koji like through Matsuo.
Because this is the lesson that you could never impart, that mortality was never something that was weak. It is a strength that you've always lacked. It is through the courage of the mortal spirit that all things are made possible.
Yeah, and so like he the dragon like fades a little bit, and like it like the it's like still there, like but like more spiritual and ethereal, and like Yuri is like
a shadowy
shadowy Yuri appears.
He reminds me of have you guys played Mortal Kombat? You know Mortal Kombat, like you know the character Smoke?
Yeah.
Like a shadowy kind of like puff like fighting kind of thing, right?
Totally.
With like aspects of dragon to him. So like he would like punch and then like shadow claw like comes out of it and stuff like that. Yeah. Right.
Those are his special moves are very dragon like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and so so Shadow Yuri appears and he does the neck crack like he doesn't have bones to crack, but he still does it.
Yeah, you know. And he's like,
and so then he like leaps forward, and the two start like.
Yeah, they like immediately jump at each other and start like.
Yeah, and so
Yes.
And as they're fighting, you call me weak. You call me evil for doing this, but you're the one who is foolish. For I have accomplished what I always wanted to accomplish. And he like does like a kick, and I told you back on the waterfall that I wanted to unite the clans, and I have in me. And he like his hands come up, and like one side is like the skull shattering fisty looking thing, and the other side is like the black hands technique.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and so awesome. he's got both.
And so like when you hit Matsuo and if you don't mind Sam. When you hit Koji and Matsuo, we get like skirted back or whatever, but like we're on that sort of like genuflecting like on our knee like defensive posture after all the dust and everything clears, and like the camera zooms in our face and like you can't see our eyes or whatever, and we have that sort of like wicked anime smirk, you know what I mean? And it's like but that's what we made you think all along, like you have fallen right into our trap. Right? And
yeah, I think maybe like that's the moment where like Matsuo, like in the like inner monologue, he's like, I don't have any techniques that can defeat these. I don't know what to do.
Steel yourself. It is belief in that all things are possible through a man.
Through kung fu.
Yeah. Yuri. Yeah.
Yes, great sage.
Yuri is no longer a man. He is weaker than you. For a man has something to live for, something to fight for, something to die for.
Yeah, and then that's where we get like the flashback of like the of Matsuo's like lover that he was like talking to before he like had to like go off and try to fight the dragon.
Yeah.
It's like then like you like pan back out, like see Matsuo's eyes, and like he just like jumps back into the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. I think we rip, like we fight, and like we rip a hole in like the universe, and like we like come like flying down through the sky back to Earth because like we're like epically fighting so much.
We're getting into a Sora's Wrath style fights here.
Yeah. Right. So like now we're like flying like through the clouds, like fighting, right? If everyone's cool with that, because that sounds fucking dope.
Oh, the way I see it is like Yuri does this like flying thing, and then like Matsuo / Koji does this thing where he's like bouncing off the clouds.
Uh-huh. Yeah, totally. Oh
so
yeah,
he's,
that's
like,
super good.
Flying through the air, and then he's like,
yeah. Oh my god, yeah, awesome.
And of course they always like, whoopsh, and then do it again, and then whoopsh, and then do it again.
Yeah, and each time like you're fighting and like you jump through the clouds or whatever, and like you're like doing battle and stuff. Like every cloud that Yuri flies through turns like gray into like a thunder cloud and stuff. Like it like turns dark, so like this massive battle of like light and dark as like they're like, just like fighting each other, and like there's like thunder going on in the dark clouds and like all this shit. But let's what is we have to answer her question because
right, yeah. So I think
describing epic shit.
Yeah, so like they fight for a while, and then like the battle like finally like I guess like comes to its climax, and like they do the big
I think
because Yuri wins, but he's scarred.
Yeah. So I think ultimately I think it's that I don't know. I say to I think as Koji I whispered her to Matsuo. I'm like, Matsuo, Yuri is indeed the most worthy adversary of the entire universe. Your kung fu is strong, but the strength that is required means you must give of yourself.
Yuri,
it is the only way.
yeah. Yuri will like, or I'm sorry, Matsuo will just be like, I understand. I will sheath the sword. And then he like jumps forward and like like suicide attacks. So he like stabs like through like Yuri's chest like with his hand. And then like Yuri just like totally annihilate like it like sticks them together, and then Yuri's able to like tear them apart or whatever.
Yeah.
So
So he real physical hand grabs Matsuo by the neck, and then like spirit hand grabs Koji by the neck.
Yeah.
And just like starts like and like slams them both to the ground.
Yeah. So
he's like he's got this like big like glowing like scar rip like earthquakey like kind of crack on his chest.
So I have a suggestion or like an idea for the way the thing ends is that Matsuo is dead. However, Yuri is wounded and can't take physical form for a while.
Yeah.
And Koji is back on Earth as a spirit on Earth because of this fight.
Yeah, so like the rent in the celestial realm that the battle ripped allowed Koji to return to Earth.
Exactly, right. And so now there is like both are like so Yuri like can't, he's like Sauron without a physical form anymore, right? Like that's what I think of him right now.
Yeah, so like basically, and that's why he has to use the shaded disciple, because he can only do like what Yuri or what Koji was doing.
So the scar is that he can't take physical form yet.
Totally.
He has to use other people.
Yeah. His heart was damaged, right?
Yeah, so he's like Sauron from The Hobbit.
Yeah, exactly, right? He's the necromancer.
He's just like this dark thing that just kind of like keeps that, Yeah,
all right. Oh my god, it's fucking good. Because it's 12:15, and I don't think we're going to have time. anymore, which sucks. But that's kind of that's a good way of ending it, I think.
Yeah, that was an awesome conclusion.
So we have exactly. So we have 16. It's 12-16. Let's talk about the game. Let's decompress this a little bit, and let's talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, that kind of stuff, so we can wrap up by 12:30. So this was my first time playing Microscope Echo. I've never played Echo before. I read it for like 20 minutes before I got on here. But before I give my spiel or anything, I want to hear from Sam, because this was your first time playing Microscope, let alone the advanced version. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, so I gotta say, to start with, and I kind of knew this going in, this game is like right up my alley, because world building is like one of my like favorite things about like any of, tabletop reading stories, anything. I love the world building aspect.
Totally.
So I had an absolute blast. I really like the idea that sort of you take turns allowing one person to like be the main person and like really like have them focus the story. The only thing I didn't like was that I feel like there's not like enough encouragement to, and this can be good and bad, but like it would be really easy to just like have a game and just never have any scenes.
Yeah. No, that's totally possible.
Right. So I think, and I found the scenes to be almost the most engaging part, where we like found out the most about the world. So like maybe if there was, I would have enjoyed if there was like something that encouraged us to play out a couple more scenes.
I'm really glad you brought that up, because something that I was going to talk about and I wanted to throw your way is I'm thinking about, for the next times I play Microscope, I'm thinking about using the second pass feature in all the games I play. So the first one, so when you start a game and you do your first pass, you can do periods or you can do events. And then the second pass would be you can only make events or scenes for all future Microscope games. Because I agree with you, Sam, so much, is that sometimes you don't know what the game is shaping like until you get a scene. And then you're like, oh. Because the first scene is always really hard if you don't have a solid picture. But like a scene forces you to create a picture. And when you create that picture, you're like, okay, I see how this is working now.
I think especially for like newer people that are newer to story games, it's even more so like that, because like a scene, when you're coming up with it, you have to come up with all this stuff. But then for an event, you just have to come up with a sentence. But like I say, and it's once you start doing scenes, it's like, oh my gosh, I can do so much with it. But when you're first starting out, it's like, I'll just, here's the thing, and then I'm done. Cool. Like.
Yep. So you guys are receptive to that idea. I think I'm going to do that. As far as parts of Echo that I don't think we really used a lot of the time travel.
Yeah, we didn't engage with it as much as we maybe could have.
Well, yeah, I think
it's harder to do, because like you have to have a bunch of stuff before you can start messing with it. And so like we didn't even do the first one until like the end of our second pass.
Yeah.
And then
ultimately, I'm not saying this was bad. I was telling Sam about this. This isn't bad. It's just that picking Yuri as the first focus made our game focus on the past.
Right. Yeah.
In a way, so like we didn't see that much about the future, or like the modern crime syndicate stuff. But like we clearly all loved it because we like spent all the time doing this when we had time to really switch stuff to modern things.
Yeah, that was going to be something I was going to say about like the scene playing out is like going into this, none of us had any idea that this story was kind of going to be about like the fall of this character. And that's
not at
really
all.
What it turned out to be.
It totally did. And it was awesome. I loved it. This was really good. This was one of my favorite games of Microscope I've played. It's up there.
Yeah.
This one turned out really, really well. I think 3-player Microscope is probably my favorite in terms of pacing and getting ideas from different people. So from there, looking around if there's anything that I missed from the game.
One thing I would say about the echo mechanic is it seems like it would maybe come into play more if you were able to play like 2 sessions of the game. So it's like one session we're going to build all of like most of the stuff.
Play
And
my
then
yeah.
second session, we're going to do the echoes. Now that we have an established timeline, now we can start going back
Messing
and
with
messing
it.
with things.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, that's a possible way of doing that. That's cool.
Yeah, I feel like also like if we, and yeah, once again, this was amazing. It was awesome seeing you like Yuri's life and stuff. But if we had gone wider rather than deeper, we probably would have done more time travel-y stuff. But because
yeah.
like with Yuri,
Definitely.
like changing one of the big things with Yuri would have rippled like so much stuff. And I think it might have just been like, I don't know if we want to deal with changing the entire game because we want, yeah.
Yeah, I was considering just being like, oh, Yuri doesn't die, and then I was like, that's gonna just shatter this game.
Right? Yeah, we would have spent 20 minutes being like, okay, well, so this is contradicted and this is contradicted, so we're gonna change all of this. Yeah. which could have been fun. I think it was just, yeah, like we wanted to do more rather than change everything we'd already done.
Definitely,
it would have been a different game, is what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. As far as Echo goes for me, Echo is a lot of fun.
Yes.
I really like the idea of playing around with actually editing scenes and what happens when you move things around. That's really gotten me excited for a couple of game ideas on my own that I want to flesh out. That I'll talk about more once I have stuff solidified. But I think that will probably do it for episode 1 of season 2 of Once Upon a Game. So, guys, Sam, final thoughts.
Thanks so much for everyone who watched. Thanks for playing with me, guys. I had an absolute blast with my first time. That's a Microscope again.
Yeah.
I don't really do a whole lot other than occasionally show up on nice people's streams, but if I do, feel free to say what up. I also hang out in a couple people's streams, Wiz and Fool on Twitch and some other places. So yeah, if you see me, give me a shout out, and thanks for watching.
Yep. Thanks, Sam. And Adam, what about you, man?
All right. Yeah. So yeah, thanks again, Eric and Sam. This was awesome. Still like slightly disappointed we didn't get to play Urban Shadows, but this was so fun. I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna try to play that again at some other time. So that's awesome. But yeah, this was awesome seeing weird, and especially how much this changed. Like, because we had like different ideas a bunch of different times. But yeah, this was super cool. I do some streaming of my own and appear in a lot of people's stuff. I'm going to be doing some stuff with Zethro_Han later tonight in like an hour and a half or so. We're going to be playing Roll to Seduce, which is going to be interesting.
Nice.
But yeah, I do a bunch of other stuff. Twitch and Twitter at /Tuxtradamus at both of those. And yeah, same thing. If you see me around, say hi, and hopefully we get to play some stuff together sometime.
Yeah. Cool. And for everyone who doesn't know me, I'm Eric. I'm EricVulgaris on the internet. Here at Twitch, at YouTube, Twitter. And yeah, I run Once Upon a Game. Now that we're in our second season, I do more games that feature GMs, but are still like powered by the apocalypse or indie small press games where players have a lot of creative authority. I also do a lot of GM-less games, which is sort of like the premise of this, which is why I also did here Microscope. But the most important part is that they're all one shots. Because I want to highlight games that don't require that much prep, that we can just kind of play in an afternoon. That games, while campaigns are super fun, you can also have fun just doing a little hookup, right? If It Me JP's roleplay and like Critical Role kind of stuff is our campaigns. If they're Match.com or OkCupid, I'm Tinder. So have fun.
That is great.
So that's what we do here. We just have a fun time. If you're interested in playing, I'm always looking for new players. Please follow me here on Twitch, and if you want, hit me up on my Twitter, and I can send over you a link to how to get in on playing. Currently, I have some spots available for Mondays and Wednesdays at 9, and Oh, 1 second. That's my phone.
Oopsies.
Sorry. Sorry about that. So I besides Sundays where I play from 9 a.m. to 12:30 Pacific, we play Mondays at 9 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Pacific, and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Pacific. Where I think tomorrow I'm going to be playing Microscope as well, but I'm still looking for players for that. However, I'll also be playing Wednesday, also Microscope. The type of Microscopes to be determined. It depends on what everyone wants to do. But I'm super excited to play more Explorer versions of the game.
Yeah.
So with that, in an hour and a half or so, I'm going to be playing this beginning of my Let's Play of The Witcher 3. And then following that, at 7, I will be doing some just variety night stream stuff. Not sure what I'll do. Probably Darkest Dungeon or maybe Verdun, depending on how tired I feel after playing The Witcher. So that's it for me. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much, Sam and Adam, for joining me today.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that Urban Shadows fell through, but I'm promised to play that game some other time. And this was super fun. So thank you so much.
Yes.
So all right. Good night, guys. Or good.